Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. We're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. With that being said, here's a quick word from our sponsor. The Oolong Passion Tea. A uniquely fruity blend of oolong, passion fruit, blood orange, lemongrass, and coconut. Delicately sweet and refreshing, with a creative quality to it. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. All right, thank y'all so much for watching. Again, shout out The Brothers Apothecary. Make sure to click the link below. Go check out what they got. Guarantee you're going to like it. With that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
What's going on? My name's Young JJ.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about, where you're from, what you do, give us that Tinder profile of your music.
Well, I'm from I moved around a lot when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I was mainly born in Idaho, you feel me?
Okay.
So I was born in Twin Falls, some boonies, you feel me?
Yeah.
And then I moved to Boise with my mom's when I was in kindergarten or something. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in a very cultured neighborhood with my mom. We used to help refugees and stuff. We used to work with that stuff. And then we moved to Burns when I was in 4th or 5th grade. So ever since then, I've been living in Burns, Oregon since then.
Okay.
Yeah, and I used to go back and forth with my moms and my pops when I was young until I got 5th grade. And then I just settled down with my moms.
Okay, so you've just been in Oregon pretty much ever since?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And what got you into music initially?
It was so my big brother, he did YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. And, I was always watching these rappers and stuff. And I was like, man, I want to do that. Because all my friends was rapping and stuff too. And my brother, he'd always lie and say, oh, I made this song. But he didn't actually make the song. So then I was like, oh, well, that's my brother. I got to one-up him. So then, I started making better music than him. And
okay.
Yeah, so then he told me you had to pay to make a YouTube channel, and I was like, I believed it, and then I looked it up, and you could make one, so I went and made a YouTube channel and started doing little music. I just got a bubble microphone from the dollar store, and then I went to my big sister recorded a music video on her iPhone, mm-hmm. and then we took the beat and put it in over the track. It was terrible, and then
oh, damn.
Yeah.
So you just kind of jumped right into it.
Yeah, 100%. And then I started taking it more serious, really grinding with it when I was probably in 2020.
Okay.
It was when I really started taking off with it, and then probably 2021, 2022, you could see I had a big difference in my style. I evolved. Okay. And then that's how I got here.
Now, was that because of COVID, or was that just at the same time they both happened to happen?
I think it's because me growing up, I'm evolving as a person, and I'm evolving musically, and I was told myself probably when I was 13, this is what I want to do. So I just been sticking with it ever since.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Who were some of your early influences when you started getting more serious with it?
Man, that's a good one. Briss for sure. Mm-hmm. All my brothers around me, actually, my brothers all influenced me a lot.
Okay.
Socially conscious. That's my rap collective. Right. Or I wouldn't even call it a rap collective, but we all artists and we made our own little group. Yeah. Right. And all my brothers will make music. Urado, Agni Cod, Rev, Zane, Mari, all my brothers and stuff. Kazi's one of my biggest influences too.
Hell yeah.
I hear their music, and then I'll just I'll be oh, I can make something similar to this, and then we kind of complement each other's styles.
Hell yeah.
But other than my brothers, I grew up listening to a lot of R&B, 80s music, mm-hmm. indie, everything. I go from West Coast to some R&B music. I don't know, my music taste was just very dim, and I really like underground artists too. So
oh yeah, I dig that.
Yeah.
Now, for this next question, this is one that this one we ask early. It's one we ask often, and it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was one of the first albums you ever bought with your own money?
Man, I'm a youngin', so I ain't never even bought an album before. I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly, that's like a 40-60 answer for sure. So that's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, cause like when I was a kid, I mean, I never had money to buy one or anything, and I didn't have a phone or nothing, but I had like a little Xbox 360. So I went to like this fair, and they were selling out they were like giving out for free these KB. I don't know if you know who KB is, but it's like a Christian rapper. They were giving out his CDs, so I just took one and went home, and he was pretty decent, and I just listened to that. Anytime I could get my hands on music, I would.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that. And then what was one of the first live shows you ever went to?
I ain't never been to a live show before.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Have you performed at one yet?
I'm actually having a performance January 12th.
Oh,
my
exciting.
first show. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, this will come out after that, but that's
Word
exciting.
to.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Where you performing at?
Northwest, like by the bridge, I'm pretty sure, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
well, that's exciting. Are you performing with a bunch of people?
yeah, with all my brothers and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then when you made the transition from like just kind of like doing it kind of as a thing to like taking it more seriously, what was the tipping point? What was that moment where you were like, this is where I got to buckle down?
Man, it was weird. Like when I started taking music serious, when I started getting in trouble all the time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like if I could make music more, it keeps me like out of trouble and stuff. Cause like everybody around me was getting in trouble, going to jail, dying, like all this stupid shit. And I just wanted to be something. Like I wanted to be someone to put light on what happens in my community, because they just think like, you feel me? Oh, this place small, nothing happens here. But they really misunderstand it. Like it's just a lot of violence. It's a lot of chaos there, just like anywhere else. And I wanted to shed light onto it. Like I guess like it really hit hard. Like what I really wanted to take it super serious, like super serious, was like last year when I got out of jail, and I was like, yeah, like I keep going to jail. Like I went to jail 8 times. Not proud of it either. Like I'm not saying I'm proud of that. You feel me? But I went to jail 8 times, and every time I was in there, I was like, this ain't a place for me. Like everybody else in there got comfortable, and I was like, I ain't comfortable with this shit. I've been here 8 times, and I'm still not comfortable. So then, like, I started taking it more serious, and then my big buddy passed away, and I was like, damn. And so I started like rapping my feelings out about that shit, and my music started getting beautiful. And that's like kind of how my music style, like that was what the tipping point was, what I say, like.
Oh yeah. No, that's actually a really powerful message. I appreciate you sharing that on.
Yeah.
But now let's go ahead. Let's talk about your music currently. But before we get into that, I got to get the easy question out of the way. How did you pick your name?
Young JJ. So my mom, my real name's Jeremiah, the prophet in the Bible. But my mom always called me JJ when I was a kid, so I always stuck with JJ. And at first it was just like, oh, young JJ, like I'm young and my name JJ, you feel me? But then like, as I discovered myself, it became more of like a real spiritual meaning. Like JJ stands for Jeremiah and Jah. It's like Jeremiah is my alter ego, I feel like. So, and Jah is the person I'm trying to be, but I'm fighting with my alter ego. So it's a very powerful thing.
Yeah, very like a lot of duality in that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And now let's talk about your writing process. And we're going to break it down into a couple points, but I want to start right at the beginning. So when you get inspired, you're ready to make music. We're going to get past that little point. What are some of the things you do to get a track started?
Yeah, that's a good question. First thing I'll do is, usually when I get inspired, I'll hear a song, like, because I feel like everything's based off of inspiration, you feel me? I hear a song I really mess with, or like, I'm just in my feelings, or I'm just in a mood or something, I'll sit there, I'll find a beat, and like, I take a very long time finding my beats, because in my perspective, you got to have a fire beat to complement your fire voice, you feel me?
Yeah.
I could have said that better, but like, I'll just do that, and then I'll hit the studio, I'll load it up into my DAW, and then I'll just usually, like, sometimes I'll punch in, and then like I'll write a little bit, punch in more and write a little bit. It's like my recording process is so weird because like I don't really like the only time I ever wrote music like before I actually recorded it, like when I wasn't in the studio, was when I was in jail. So yeah, I wrote like 3-4 composition notebooks full of music in there. It was crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you have a little bit of downtime.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then once you get a track finished, so you've got it all put down and you're ready to start like practicing it. How long does it take you to get to the point where you feel like you know it?
Like, can you specify that? Like, you mean like where I'll remember it, or like I got it in?
Like, let's say have it ready to perform.
Oh, okay, yeah. Damn, it really comes with like me just listening to it a lot. Like, if I really fuck with it, I'll probably learn the lyrics in like a couple weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, like some songs I fucking forgot I made because I have like 400 unreleased songs.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like I make like they're like right when I got out of jail, I was making like 5 songs a day for like 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on a rampage.
No, definitely. At least you got a good backlog though.
No, 100%.
When do you feel like it's appropriate to like release songs?
Yeah, see, I've been working more on consistency because my promo techniques was they're very different. You know, I go on Snapchat. I used to like go get phones from these girls and stuff that like me and stuff. So I'd be like, hey, let me get a phone off you. So I go get like 3-4 phones stacked up, and then I would like make a Snapchat account on every one of them. And then I promo my music. Like I'm going to quick ad. I add everybody, and then I promo my music there, and then boom, I get like thousands of views. But recently back then it wasn't as much consistency. It was more like I put one out every month because it takes a minute to promote that. Yeah. But now it's more like I probably drop like twice a month.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got money now, so I can put money towards the promotion and stuff.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard from a lot of people that it's almost better to get your music on like Spotify playlists versus like spending a lot of money on promo stuff.
Nah, facts. Yeah. I think it goes hand in hand. Like I pay for Spotify playlists. But I think and I also paid for YouTube ads on one of my videos, and it got like 2,000 overnight.
Oh damn.
And I was like, damn. But the biggest thing about it is like you got to find what's right for you. Like what I found was right for me is I met this fool when I was in jail, and his brother does like playlisting for Spotify. And it's like it got like 27,000 saves. And so he was like, oh, my brother said you can just pay him $50 every time you drop a song. You'll put it on there, and then I get thousands of views on that from that playlist.
Yeah, that's really how it goes a lot of the time too.
But Spotify ads is very crucial too. They can get you a lot of views too because the listener is forced to hear your music in the ad unless they got like premium. Yeah. But yeah, and then they'll hear your stuff, and then if they fuck with it, they're gonna go listen to it.
That's a pretty smart way to do it.
I feel like Spotify is a very good place for underground artists.
It can be. I know there's a lot of back and forth on people's opinions of Spotify at the moment.
Nah, that's facts. Yeah,
for sure. But I mean, like, I think if you use it as a tool, there's a lot you can do with it. For sure. All right, and then to kind of round out the music focus part right here, or at least the writing process. Looking back on, we'll say all of 2023, since 2024 just happened, but in all of 2023, how do you feel like your process changed?
Like my recording process? Or
like the writing process in general. Like, do you feel like it got more solid? Did you like take some new approaches? Like, how did it change over the year?
Well, it's something that my brother taught me. You know, my twin, he taught me, some wise man told me one time, let me say this. He said, a Buddhist went up to the ultimate Buddha or whatever. Yeah, and he said, if I meditate for, an hour a day, how long will it take me to achieve the ultimate Buddha? He said, probably 10 years. And he said, well, what if I do it for 8 hours a day? He said, 20 years. The moral of the story is you have to live life in order to achieve these things. Like, you have to live life in order to make quality. Like, because when I was sitting in my room for like hours trying to make music, trying to make the best stuff I could, I wasn't living life. Like, I was just caged, and I was like, well, if you're not doing nothing, you can't really rap about stuff you haven't experienced. You can't sing about stuff you haven't experienced or you haven't been through. That's why I feel like the best artists come from bad situations.
I mean, I think the best artists come from situations in general.
Nah, facts. Like, I requote that. I mean, I guess not that, because everybody has their own trauma. I never trauma compare. I feel like what I meant to say was every artist, the best artists, are very good at expressing all their sadness and all their emotions.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And I think, you touched on a good point that like life experience in general is important in music. Music is one of the more important parts of music, in my opinion, is relatability. People have to be able to relate to you, even if it's the most like upbeat thing in the world. Like if you're just talking about the general words, it's not going to hit as hard as if you're telling it from experience. I think it was I want to say it was TK Meza who was like, hey, I have to stop making albums for a little bit because I haven't been going out and doing enough. I need something to talk about. And if I only live in the studio, I have nothing to talk about.
Nah, facts.
And that's something I think a lot of people could touch on a little bit more. That's just like talking about the truth, talking about reality really stands out in music a lot of the time.
And I feel like sometimes that can be a lot of people's downfall, because a lot of people feel like they're so, I don't know what the word is, expected to live this life.
Yeah.
If like the life that they're perceiving in their music, that if they don't live that life, or if someone wants to post something, they feel like they're a clown or something.
Yeah,
I mean, nowadays it's all entertainment. You feel me?
Definitely.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of that violent music is from a lot of angry people too. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. Also, I always try to quote this when I can think of it, but I like to use the example Jay-Z said in one of his lines, and I butcher this every time, but he basically says that, I don't be standing here all day talking about how I be standing in the hallways. Because, he started from a point, but he's not there anymore.
Nah,
he can't talk about being there anymore. His house is too comfy to be, living the hard knock life anymore.
Nah, yeah, that's facts. Like, once an artist, like, makes it, you see, like, they don't rap about, like, sometimes they do. I mean, a lot of them do, but like a lot of them, from what I've seen, like I use like NLE Choppa for example, bro. Like I never really listened to him like that, but like his first song when he was still like in the hood and stuff, it was real grimy and stuff, like real shit.
Yeah.
And then like his newer songs, it's like about having money, about with the females and stuff, and it's just like, oh, like.
I mean, if that's what you know.
Yeah, that's facts, and I'll be respecting that too, like. I feel like a lot of people should. Me and my brothers, our biggest goal with this music is to push positivity with it. A lot of people push negativity, demonic energy in their music. A wise man told me one time, I spit some real bars to him, and he said, the world's not going to feel that, and prove me wrong, because a lot of people want to stay here on this universe, or they want to stay here on this world. They don't want to go see for what it really is. You feel me? They want to see this violence, and I feel like our world in this state right now, it's just in a violent state.
No, I feel that. And actually, that kind of segues well into our next question, or I guess technically the opposite. But out of your music that you currently have, like stuff that people could check out and like stuff that you're going to be performing soon, what are some of the things about that sound that you enjoy?
Man, I just like the melodic stuff. Feel me? I love like it's like with my music now, like I love my music so much. Like I'm probably the only artist I listen to other than my brothers. I mean, it's like the excitement and the rush of making a new song versus like opening a Christmas present is so much higher. Cause like I make a song and then the next day, if it's like really a slap, I listen to it in the morning and I'll be like, oh, I made this shit like this hard. And I got a song with some fools I was really trying to collab with, like, and when you spend money on a feature, like, I don't feel like nobody shouldn't spend money on a feature, like, cause someone told me one time, he said it's really good to don't be shy to put money towards people in your city, because that's how you get more buzz. You feel me? But nah, it's like it's very special when you hear that back and you like, oh, I made this, like that's why I show everybody my music, cause I'm like, this is something I made. Cause my whole life I wasn't the best at anything other than this. Like I feel like this is the best thing I've ever been at. Like I'm the best at it in myself. Like this is you feel me? I don't really know how to explain it, but
it's the thing you feel you do the strongest.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I feel that. I mean, shoot, I do this all the time because I think I'm pretty okay at it too.
So 100%.
I get that. Hell yeah. And then to wrap up kind of this middle portion here, we've talked a lot about kind of your interactions with music, the experience and the things that are kind of happening because of it and with it. But what does the music give back to you when it's just you and the music one-on-one?
Besides like all the fans that hit me up and tell me like, keep going and stuff, because I get a lot of that. Like,
yeah, well, that's still external. We're like when it's just you at home, working on music, making music. Like, what comes from it?
That's a good question. I feel like my music determines what my mental state is. Like, real shit. Like, my music really can really make me happy, or it can make me really depressed. It can help me overcome my depression too. But also, like, when you get into a state of that, like, your music can really save you from stuff that you never thought. You feel me? I done cried to all my songs.
Damn.
Like, I done cried making my songs type shit. Like, I really put all my feelings into this shit. Like,
now, do you usually go into it where you're like, oh, I'm just in this neutral mood, and by the time you come out, you're like feeling a kind of way? Or do you usually go into it when you're feeling a certain kind of mood?
See, it's weird. Sometimes, like, if I'm in that neutral mood, I gotta, like, I have to force myself to be sad, and it's kind of fucked up. Like when I was when I was on my depression medication and shit, like, I couldn't really make, like, sad music because, like, I was always fucking happy.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was like, fuck this shit. I gotta make sad music. So I stopped taking that shit. And it was a stupid idea. And then I was, like, making good-ass music again because, like, sometimes you gotta, like, accept that sadness because it's temporary. Just like happiness is temporary, sadness is temporary. You feel me? Nothing's gonna last forever. Friendships are temporary. Everything.
Yeah. But do you find that when you're done, like you feel more relieved, or like you've gotten something out of you, or do you feel like there's more in you?
I feel like I accomplished something. I ain't gonna lie. I strive for, like, huge quality on my music. Like, I strive for the perfect quality I can get.
Now, can you define your perception of what you think perfection is for your music?
It sound good to my ear. If it sound good to my ear, like really good to my ear, like I got it stuck in my head. Oh, it's like a perfect song. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, like I show everybody my music, and like everybody like the songs that I don't even like and shit. So, I got my brother Eddie. I be sending him all my music, like all my unreleased music. I be sending it to the bros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all my brothers out there in Burns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to some hypothetical questions.
For sure.
And for these ones, sky's the limits. They're all made up, so the answers are too. But for this first one, if you could work with any one person, the only requirement is they have to be alive. Who would you want to work with, and how would you want to work with them?
Man, he already know I'm finna say it. I don't work with my twin Agni Kai, because, me and him, we just like, that's my twin. We just, we know, like, we got chemistry for real. You feel me? Like,
Agni Kai's a good name too.
Yeah.
Good name. Hell yeah.
Yeah. God of Fire.
Hell yeah.
That's what my brother is. Feel me? He was my light within my darkness. So, that's my twin right there. Like, really saved my life for real. So, I definitely work with my brother. Yeah, like, it's a lot of love for my brothers.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then subsequently, and let's go outside of your circle for a moment. For this next one, like let's look a little bit more outwards. But who is a local artist that you're aware of that you would like to work with?
Shit. There's a lot of good ones.
And it's not to say that the one you pick has to be like the only one or the most this or that. Just like somebody.
I say Sleezo. Sleezo's
okay.
Yeah, Sleezo pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was finna get a feature with him. I just gotta get that shit set up and stuff. I've been slacking on that.
No, I feel that. It's that time of the year too.
Yeah.
Getting back on it'll happen soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then probably with my Uncle Key when he get out. He's the one that taught me how to make a lot of my music, like taught me how to flow and stuff when I was young. He like bring me to the studio. He was recording on a broken mic. Yeah, it was like, that's really who taught me how to record. So I definitely want to get on another song with him.
Oh yeah. And then for this next one, like I said before, sky's the limits. But if you could perform anywhere in the world, and you wouldn't have to worry about crowd access, building stability, power, guaranteed best lineup, guaranteed best show. And it doesn't have to be a venue. It could be anywhere.
Word to.
Where would you want to perform?
Bro, I'd want to perform like in the town square, like New York City.
Okay.
That shit would be fire.
Oh, man. That's actually a really good answer.
Nah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love the city at night. Like, I think it's very peaceful and beautiful. Like, I mean, I always wanted to just go on a skyscraper and just smoke a blunt real quick.
Yeah, no, actually, Times Square would be a really cool show.
Nah, yeah.
That's a unique answer. I like that.
Yeah, I think, I think it would bring like, cause like I feel like I realized this just recently, like a city's alive just as much as a human being and a soul is. Like a city got soul to it as well. So
yeah, well, that in New York is the town that never sleeps. So
yeah, that's what I hear.
Hell yeah. And then to wrap up, kind of the main portion of this interview, if you could get one more album from anybody, they could have just put out an album yesterday. They could have not put out an album in 100 years. They could be alive. They could be dead. Anybody. Who would you want an album from?
Damn. Man, this sound cliche as fuck, but I fuck with him. I feel like I wish X would have put out one more album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's a really good answer.
Because I feel like X, I feel like he got very, very controversial music. A lot of people felt him with their music, can relate to them.
He was definitely doing something back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, the all the TV shows and other stuff aside, like he didn't have a boring sound,
Oh, hell no.
He delivered.
And one thing that me and my brothers realized from him that like I can relate to me and my brothers, like when he was mad, he screamed on that shit. Like when I was in jail, like that was the same shit I did. Like I scream rapping and shit, like, cause like people don't understand, like jail makes you fucking crazy, bro. Like jail, like you be screaming in that bitch, like everybody be screaming in that bitch all the time. So when I got out, I was like, I'm finna make some screamo music, like on some different shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's a really good answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. Tell us what we can look forward to in the future. Like I said, this will come out after July 12th, but do you have anything planned for like February or onwards?
Yeah, I'm finna have a show in March, I'm pretty sure. That's when we lining the next show up. I'm gonna be out in Portland, like I'm moving down here.
Oh, exciting.
In like August, you feel me? So I'm gonna be down here soon, and then I'm just planning on, hitting as many shows as I can out here, just get my name local and then start touring with my brothers,
Hell yeah.
Me and my brothers coming up in this shit.
Do you have any new music coming out around that time as well?
Yeah, I got a new song dropping with RSB Lil Rick. He from I think he's from Sac or Stockton. I don't know.
The name.
I'll get my word on that. Yeah, he's from
super familiar.
He's from EBK. Yeah, like I don't know if you know who EBK Mad Max or EBK J-Bo is, but he's like locked in with them peoples.
Hell yeah.
And so I got some good songs, and I got one with Maisel Fire. She from Canada, and she got like 1 million views on one of her songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, definitely making it happen.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, and then for this next one, go and look straight at the camera and tell everybody how they can find you.
You can find me if you look up Young JJ on any platform. Instagram, official Young JJ. And yeah.
Hell yeah. And then any of the plugs, any of the shout outs, anybody else you want to know while you're on here?
Shout out TSF, shout out Keon, shout out Houston, shout out Eddie, shout out King, shout out LaShawn, shout out Houston. I think I got everybody. Oh God, shout out my brothers, RPZ, shout out Agni Kai, shout out Urado, shout out Maury, shout out Kazi, shout out all my brothers, shout out Rev. If I missed somebody, I love y'all, bro. My bad.
I mean, you showed up with a laundry list.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, I got a huge circle, bro. There's like plenty more people that I could shout out, like, cause everybody done helped me get through this shit, and I had to make sure I shouted my brothers out in this shit, cause like they waiting to watch this shit. They like,
no, I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it. I did a little wrap up video at the end of the year, and I started to shout out like 3 people, and I was like, oh no. That's like 3 of 200 people. I got to stop right now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so no, I feel it. But hey, like I said, you showed up with a good list.
Yeah. That my brothers for real. Oh, shout out to my mama, too. She mad at me right now, but I love my mama.
Hey, moms are allowed to be mad. I think it's part of the...
Oh, man, yeah. I mean, my mama be mad, bro. My mama be going through the motions with it.
Well, hopefully that gets sorted out soon.
Yeah.
All right, now I've got one last question to go. But before we do that, I'm going to steal the camera for just a second. As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And again, shout out to the Brothers Apothecary. Go click the link below. Check out what they have. I guarantee you're going to like it. That being said, the final question. And this is entirely up to your interpretation. But what is an album you feel is on the more obscure side of things, like something maybe not everybody knows, but is one you think everybody should know?
Yeah, okay. I think you got me thinking. You got me thinking on this spot. I would say when I was little, the one album I probably listened to the most that like I guess it got quite a bit of recognition, but not as much as I feel like it deserves. Mm-hmm. It's probably Lil Sky's new Shelby album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very chill sound. Like it's a very like that's the sound I really fuck with, you feel me? Because like I really just like that melodic shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really fuck with like nightcore or like dreamcore like type beats and shit. Like I've been on all that lately too. So I just fuck with that chill shit since I was a youngin'.
Hell yeah. You know, it's been a really long time, so I can't remember who said it, but somebody else like swore by that album. I think it was before I even officially asked that question in that way, but there was somebody else who like that was like their album that they based everything off of.
No, yeah, that's a very powerful album. Like, there's a lot more artists I could say like.
Oh, I mean, we could, if you really take the time, you could think of it till the cows come home. But more, I was just saying it's cool because this is now the second time I've heard that album mentioned, really spread out. So that's kind of cool to see it come back.
I don't even really listen to all this new music nowadays. Like I listen to a lot of it, don't get me wrong, because it's my generation. But, I listen to some old school music like The Roots, Big L.
Mm-hmm. Funny enough, Big L was who somebody yesterday said they wanted another album.
Bro, that's what I was about to say. I should have said Big L. Big L is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he would have like stuck around, he would have been crazy.
Yeah, man, if Big L put out an album today, it would still be a game changer.
No, 100%.
Still be a game changer.
Yeah, like Big L was talent right there, like cuz he really spit about the struggles, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Big L.
You know who I wish, just because I rarely get to think of new ones to say, but I'm going to plug my thought on this one. I wish we could have gotten a better second album from Skee-Lo.
Skee-Lo, I don't even know who that is.
He did that. So do you remember the I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller?
Oh, yeah.
His first album, I mean, Top of the Stairs, banger. Some of my favorite songs of all time. Superman, just the whole album, phenomenal. And then his next album came out way later, and it was like, producers must have got their hands on the opinions of that album because it just didn't hit.
I think Frank Ocean should drop a new album too.
Yo,
that's who I should
always take a new Frank Ocean album.
We need some for new Frank Ocean. Oh my mama,
hell yeah!
Frank Ocean ain't dropped an album in like 7 years.
Damn, yeah, it's about time.
Yeah,
if you want to be on the show and explain why you haven't put out a new album yet, let's do it. Everybody out in the comments. Hell yeah! But all right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get up on out of here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, this has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
This is Young JJ.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap. This is not a podcast. This is a show. Keep jamming.